at one point because is that what okay, yeah. So that's what takes you from point A to point B. Right. So while we get our speaker on board, I would like you to unmute yourself and say something interesting about yourself. Your name, what skill you are learning. Okay, yeah, Mr. Femi is here. Okay, so I will just all right. Hi, Mr. Femi. Good evening, sir.
Hi, good evening. Good evening. Good
All
evening,
right. So
everyone.
good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. All right. It's so good to have you here. But before we start, I want to recognize everybody that has joined this call. You are we're quite many, and I may not be able to mention everybody's name. Right. So we really want to say a big thank you. Thank you for coming on board. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to our speaker for honoring our invitation. And so we're going to get right on board. Please do well to listen attentively, get your notepads ready, pay attention so you can ask questions when necessary because our speaker is about to give you the details you need to take you from one point to the other. Right. So the good thing is that I have been on Mr. Femi's page for a while. I have listened to him speak in one of the boot camps and it was really, really amazing. And I am so grateful to introduce him. So Femi Tiamiyu excels as an inspirational instructor, strategic and transformational leadership consultant. He crafts, which is crafting a legacy in transformative education and guidance. He pioneers leaders' quarters, and Femi leads a dual-purpose organization focused on promoting effective leadership and cultivating a community of influential thought leaders and socio-economic innovators. Through his leadership development hubs, Femi has profoundly influenced thousands, reshaping resilient and forward thinking leaders with enhanced capabilities. He has won many recognition for his exceptional leadership impact, some of which include but are not limited to the Royal African Awards, distinguishing him among the top 100 outstanding young leaders by His Imperial Majesty, the Oni of Ife. A graduate of electronic and electrical engineering from Obafemi Awolowo University and a practicing electrical engineer, Femi is happily married to his dearest pearl, Esther, and they are blessed with two children. Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not too busy, please unmute yourself and say welcome to our distinguished speaker for today. Thank you. Please unmute yourself and tell him welcome. Thank you.
All right.
Welcome, sir. Very much
All
Thank
right.
welcome.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
Emedium, thank you so much. And I really need to say that for most times I've listened to you,
Welcome, sir.
you only just sound like Victoria. Like Mrs. Victoria. I don't know if
thank you,
anyone has
sir.
told you. I would
Thank you,
first
sir.
think she was the one talking. I mean, same voice. I don't know. This thing just happened when people work together. Maybe there's a
Yeah,
rub off and all that. And actually, it happens like that because leadership is there's a way influence actually speaks. That's how you could see. I know back then there's a church, but I won't mention the name. The pastor usually styles his hair, Jericho, not like Jericho, like, but you could just know that there's a touch, intentional touch on every Sunday. And then you see all the pastors, actually, even if you have young guys there, they also style their hair and all. Interestingly about influence, as we're talking, I've started my session. Interestingly about influence, also, I heard of David Beckham. David Beckham was the first guy who did the hairstyle. Is it Gallas or Dallas? This hairstyle that there was a time it was popular like that among guys. You just have it like that. Wow. There is air here and there is no air here. In a single football match, David Beckham showed up on the field with that hairstyle. It was said that in the next 24 hours, over the world, I don't have the figures, so I wouldn't want to, but over the world, 1,000 of young people did that same hairstyle. That is influence. Influence without even saying anything. All right. And influence is really in leadership. All right. I want to first appreciate the founder of this great organization, Mrs. Victoria Okoroji. She's a dear sister to me, a beloved protege, a beloved woman. I so much esteem her, and her drive is really, really out of this world. Sometimes you want to tell Victoria, slow down, calm down. Victoria is Victoria is hyper. She's a very strong woman. All right. And thank you for having value um for this having this initiative, and also doing something beyond you just running a service, helping people prepare for the next phase, helping people prepare for the corporate world, especially as it relates to Web3, crypto space, and all of that. Is something she's very passionate about. As a matter of fact, she's my instructor in cryptocurrency. She's my there are certain investments I'll send her. She's the one I will use. She's my glass, she's my vet. What do you think about it? Anything she tells me is where I stay. I'm telling you. That's so much how I believe in our work in this space. I believe in the authenticity of our work. And those are some of the things I'm going to be sharing with you. How to be the authenticity, how to be a great leader in this space, how to communicate effectively, and then how to build your social capital, social influence. Let's start with leadership. As I said, leadership, as you all know, is all about influence. It's all about impact. It's not just about what's the word now. Leadership is not just about titles. It's not just that okay, I'm the director general of this, I'm the general secretary or secretary general of this. It's about the titles. It's about sorry. It's about what service can I render? How can I impact people? And there are two core things I like to bring to your attention, or three core things in the scheme of things of leadership. Leadership involves you as a leader, and then it involves the assignment, that's the vision to be done, and then it involves the people. The people for every leadership course. There is always a people to actualize the vision, and then there's also a leader that has the vision. So two core ingredients I usually tell people that is so essential in leadership is please do well. You can type, all right, you can type. It won't distract me. It's actually giving me a way of a feedback that you are following. You could type. All right.
Yeah. All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, so you can type. All right, can someone give me 500 there? Can you type 500? Type 500. Let me be sure you can hear me well. Type 500. All right, good. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so it's not so much about I'm the director of this, I'm the director of that. Now, title is also important. I don't. Title is the fundamental of leadership. Is the first stage of leadership. Is giving you is a platform for you to serve. The hallmark of leadership is to serve. As a matter of fact, the hallmark of leadership is to unlock the potentials of others. So a leader does not only serve, a leader also helps other people serve better. How do you help other people serve better? By unlocking their potentials. How do you help people unlock their potentials? By stretching them not out of their gift zone, but out of their comfort zone. So a leader stretch people out of their comfort zone, out of their comfort zone. A leader begin to show people an example or an image of possibility. When you see a leader, you see possibility. When you see a leader, you see hope. A leader's language, that's how we say leaders are merchants of hope. A leader, that means they sell hope. Everybody should not just put their hand and say, hey, this thing don't tire us, I will be there. And then you as a leader to come and say, hey, how will it be? It's not like they're even trying to fake it. But there's an inner strength, and that's a bit of resilience. There's an inner strength that comes in you saying, this thing can get better. And in this space that you have, in this space you find yourself, one of those soft skills you should have as a leader is that spirit, that virtue called resilience, ability to stay true, ability to pull through no matter the adversity. You just stay put there, and you just know that, okay, I am doing, you see, we could tell act that will lead to failure or penury, and we could tell act that will lead to success. Someone said, I only need to be in the same room with you for 24 hours. I can tell what your future will look like. And I believe that's a place of looking about time management, or what are the feelers in your day? What does it look like? You shouldn't be successful or become great and then you are surprised. You should actually be surprised if your consistent act, your great, the regimen of greatness that you practice or that you do on a daily basis do not get you to that point where your greatness is announced. So leaders who are intentional about their growth, leaders who are intentional about service, leaders who are intentional about giving back to others, leaders who are intentional about influence, about impact, they don't get surprised when their names are announced for a big project or announced for a big award. They don't get surprised because every day they keep putting the desired input into what they do. Greatness is what you do on a daily basis. It's not a sum. It's a sum total of everything you do daily. It doesn't happen in a day. We just become good. Hey, we are surprised. It is a sum total. Daily acts, daily behaviors, daily actions, daily doings. All right. So resilience is one of those soft skills you need to, arm yourself with. Resilience, creativity. A leader in this age that we find ourselves in the 21st century, and in fact in this Web3 space that you find yourself, creativity is something you can't negotiate. Innovation. I usually tell people, someone said something, Liz Wiseman. Liz Wiseman is a very profound HR professional. She said something. She said, in a growing company, you are underqualified on daily basis. I don't know if you get that. In a growing company, in a growing establishment, you are underqualified on daily basis. It means that the skills that you had yesterday is not enough for the challenge you will face today. There's a need for a constant development on a day-to-day basis. Every day, constant development. So he says, I've done it before like this. Because every day, look at the app development. Look at the way apps are being the software updates. You could virtually go into some of your apps on daily basis, and then you see an update in your mind. You say, all these software developers, they sleep. What did they happen? They're always thinking. Why? Because that's the power of innovation. New solutions, new way to think. Creativity as its hallmark. I tell people, a problem simply is saying, probe me further. A problem is saying, probe me further. We usually use the word, think out of the box. The new way to say it now, the new way to look at it, think without the box there. Fold the box, scatter the box, remove the box, do everything. Just see it in another way. A problem is only a puzzle waiting to be probed further. Someone said something. He said, every problem or every challenge introduces a man to himself. A problem is going to introduce you to yourself if you really pay attention. And that's one of the skills, problem-solving skills. I mean, we work in organizations, and then you see that I see some people in their mind, they are playing smart at work. When the tedious work comes, because by profession, I'm an engineer, all right? I'm an electrical engineer, I speak to you, all right, certified. And with all other things I do. When tough task comes, you see some people want to shy away from me. I'm not involved. They want to just, and in their mind, my same salary with the collect, I'm not going to keep myself. I'm not going to keep myself. There is a spirit about approaching problems. Approaching that this is happening in my shift. It's happening in my own session. It's happening when I'm around. How do I solve this? How do I get to the base of this issue? What do I need to profile to management for this stuff to be fixed? And that takes you to the power of disruption. Disruption is the order of the day. Disrupt to recreate to disrupt. I don't know. For one reason or the other, I didn't follow all of the coronavirus. Was all of the what do we call this thing? All of those schemas around the narrative, there was a name there was it's coming to my head, but all of those plays around coronavirus. But I could sense something so clear that it's out of the curiosity of certain persons to engage in search, research, and all of that thing, flung out at the moment. People are researching, people are thinking, people are disrupting. Some people are looking, how can we disrupt the economy again? Okay, so they could just say, because money needs to change hands, wealth needs to change hands. How can we disrupt the economy such that there is a wealth? Because if in every, what's the word now? In every what's this word? In every state of when money is not in circulation, when it looks like the money is not in circulation, scarcity, in every phase of that, what is happening actually is that money is changing hands. Some people are becoming millionaires, some millionaires are becoming billionaires. Then some people are what they used to are, something is dropping from them. So money just changing hands. And disaster like that are one of those things that have been proven to be something that equalizes wealth again. But you could tell that that's a disruption that hit the world. Look at that coronavirus came and then it changed the dynamics of things. Now, it's not like those dynamics have not been there before. But that reality just pushed everyone to, like, this is a new phase now. And then before you know it, all of these things just start ascending, getting to their peak, and then everybody is okay. We can actually be in a place just like I'm having with you guys now. Everybody is there. The power of disruption. And so you must not limit yourself to just accepting disruption. What disruption can you do with respect to your community to see that you have a say or you make influence and impact in the Web3 space? Adaptability is also another skill I want to emphasize. Adaptability. Is anyone taking notes? I can't see notes. Are you writing at all? Are there students in this class? Are you taking notes? I say you can type for me. Let me even be saying the point I've said. Okay, who can tell me? Who can just share with me all the points I'm reading so far? Let me see. As it comes to your head, just type it down. Anyone? What has? Oh, I'm not delivering. Am I? I don't know if Mrs. Victoria is somewhere around. Should I just leave? Can we pack this session? Can we say it's over? Oh my God, I feel so alone. Lord help me. Can you even hear me? Emedion, please, is the network going through?
Yes, you are good. We can hear
Okay.
you.
All right. The network is okay.
We
Good.
can hear you, sir.
Okay.
You were talking about.
Adaptability. All right. Adaptability is one of the skills you need to. One of the soft skills you need. Adaptability, flexibility. One of the new normal now is they said that this new a word was developed for the season that we have, VUCA, 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 and then V stands for volatility. Sometimes you guys say a stock is volatile. This stock is volatile and all of that. You start with uncertainty. C stands for complexity, and then the A stands for ambiguity. So it's a season where things are ambiguous, complex, volatile, and even uncertain. So the predictability of our times is the uncertainty of this time. It's so uncertain. It's so uncertain. It's so much so that It's so certain, so much so that you need to be steps ahead. You need to be flexible for the either side that the unpredictability of the age throws at you. So it's a skill that leaders must build. Adaptability, adapting with all phases. Not just I love it when it's like this. Even when it's not like this, how do you try to thrive in those seasons when it's not like that? Not just liking it for how it is in this area and in that area. All right? Because as you do all of that, as you adapt with the season, what you must now, move forward is experimentation. Experimentation. Not being scared of making mistakes. Because one thing mistake will present to you is a way, a reason or how not to do it like this the next time. How you should, like they talked about Thomas Edison when he was making the bulb, how he failed, the number of times that he failed. And what he saw about the failure is that he just saw the number of ways how not to do it. Experimentation. And then we learning from that mistakes, learning from how we should not do it next time. And you're in that space. We're in that space. All right. Let me talk about communication briefly because we have a short time. Communication. Communication is the way for you to express your influence. Communication is the tool at your disposal to extend your influence in a way that is understood. Nobody's going to take you serious if you are not a leader who can communicate clearly, in clear terms, in concise terms, making I said the vocal now, the volatility, the uncertainty, the complexity, the ambiguity. Your job is to make the complex and the ambiguous terms related to an environment or a community in a way that is understood. So you will see that leaders are good communicators, both written, verbal, even digital communication, which of course you use the most. You can write in a clear way, concise way. The act of storytelling. You just start to give story. You don't have to give narrative. You use story of someone buying moi moi or someone buying, how that you some home activity. Use the simplicity of those stories to explain ambiguous terms, to explain complex terms in a way that is understandable. It's like a stockbroker trying to understand the power of share, mutual bond, shared stock and all of that. And he's using literally just normal terms that is understandable for a layman. Ability to communicate. The power of effective communication. Clear, concise, vivid. You can use visual illustration to drive home your point. All right? Now, for every communication is never complete when you just speak or when you just write. There is a place of receiving. Communication is a two-way street. It's called dialogue. You communicate, you speak, and then there is and you see many people, even in relationship, in marriages, one of the things killing many marriages is that active listening. Active listening. Some couples know how to talk, they don't know how to hear. They don't know how to. In fact, not just hear. Hear is a stage. Listen. To listen to what your spouse is saying, and even what your spouse is not saying, but meant to say. Listen. It's an uncommon virtue for leaders. How do you receive feedback? When people give you feedback, how do you position yourself to be someone who can receive feedback? Even from a destructive mindset, even a destructive feedback, because yes, we usually encourage people only take constructive feedback. Don't worry about destructive feedback. There are disgruntled elements. Hey, stop that. A destructive feedback, if you are built enough, all right, I'm not trying to push you into, lead us not into temptation or not, but, and that is it about leaders. Leaders, you build that thick wall, that thick skin of yours. such that you can go through thick and thin of issues. You get to the point where nothing really just move you like that. Not the word of man. Hey, see how your head look. See how your see your hair. You don't comb hair. You don't brush hair. Hey, you don't get this. You don't get that. You don't allow those ephemeral things begin to dictate how you run your shows, how you run your things, how you run your life. So, because a distorted feedback, as much as it means that the person does not know how to issue or dole out. Sorry, it looks like I'm looking down. So, as much as it looks like the person does not know how to give, constructive feedback, and how do you even tell the difference between a constructive feedback and a destructive feedback? It's so simple. A constructive feedback focus on the issue. A destructive feedback focus on not just the issue, but it also focus on you. So it means that a constructive feedback is coming for you. A destructive feedback, sorry, is coming for you. It's coming to deal with you. It's not looking at your face, it's not smiling with you. It's basically coming to tell you, I even dislike you, I hate you, or I can't even believe. But if you look in between what they are saying, you will discover that there's an issue they are also saying. Sometimes your job is not to determine how they give out the feedback, how they lend out, how they give out the feedback. Your job is your own reaction, not just your reaction, your own response to their feedback. So what's your response to the feedback? What will be your response to the feedback when they come? How do you receive feedback with a clear mind? And then the ability to get the feedback started and start the running with it. Problem solving skills. How do you solve problems with your team? Do people always want to work with you, or once you appear, everybody scatters? It is the power of communication that will make you foster stronger relationships. It's communication. Now make people endear to you. Oh, I love the way he talks. I love the way he drives home in his idea. Our idea is just so on point. I think I would like to work with that. Communication. How do you resolve conflict? Through communication. Verbal or written communication. And in everything, you have to fight. You have issues. You have offenses. It is still communication you use. I usually tell people in our premarital counseling sessions, my wife and I are marriage mentors and relationship coach. So we handle a lot of premarital sessions, marriage premarital counseling sessions for people. Now we call it marriage mindset coaching. Doing communication, one of the things I usually tell people is that the first thing that will be attacked in your relationship when you guys have issues. It's so funny. The first thing is your communication. And guess what? It is that same communication that is supposed to use to resolve that problem. Oh my God. Communication can solve a lot of marital issues. But people don't use it. You see husband and wife keeping malice. It's like, It's acting like roommate. Once silent treatment goes beyond 24 hours, it has become malice. One malice goes, anything can happen after malice happens. So it is why you resolve the issue. Eat them headlong. A teammate is trying to obstruct certain moves. Confrontations. And I mean, when I say confrontation, I don't mean you have to be aggressive about it. Just confront, ask questions. There's something we call crucial conversation. Can someone let me type this? Let me type this one I just said. At least, let me tell you to type something. I want to be sure. It's a way for me to know that you can hear me actually. Yeah. Someone should type crucial conversation. Once you see one person type it, everybody does not need to type it. It seems there's a lag. Is it me that I'm not saying? Okay, crucial conversation. The first one just came in. Crucial conversations. Good. All right, good. Okay, good. Or is it my setting that is not? Okay. Okay, good. All right. I just want to be sure. I love feedback. It's my own way of taking feedback. I'm running up now. Out of fears. I mean, man will stay within my time, so I can be invited again. All right. I call it crucial conversation. All right, not communication. Crucial conversation. This this is a matter being you have honest conversation between yourself and someone very dear to you. For example, when we learn about crucial conversation. So someone, let me not go there. Go read more about crucial conversation. You can have that in your colleague on a particular issue. It's one of the ways to resolve conflict. Now let's go to social influence because I'm talking about leadership, communication, and then social influence. As to what it implies is like just like social media, building your social influence, your social relevance, your social impact. How do you begin to scale up your work from your little space to a social space, a place where people now begin to know what you do, what you stand for, what you represent, and all of that. So, what are the core ingredients required for you, especially as you partake in your space? One of the first thing for you to do is you need to establish credibility. Establish credibility in that space of yours. Just the way, I mean, look at the confidence of vote of confidence I gave to my dear sister Victoria, Mrs. Victoria Okoji. Look at that clear vote of confidence because I've known that now for this 2025. Is it 2019? Yeah, it's 2019. So if you add that now, that's like 5 to 6 years, and she has been consistent over the years. We knew first through virtual space. We became so close for virtual space. Very lovely. My wife is connected to me and my wife. And then when we had a program in Lagos, she came in person. And her husband and I too, we are connected. You understand? That credibility has been built. So I know that when Victoria is in a space and she's saying, this is what I stand for, this is what I'm launching now, I have no doubt about that power of credibility in that space. So that is how you build your own credibility. It happens over time. It happens with mastery. Mastery. I mean no flatters when I say she can. I don't know if she's on the call, but she can testify. Anytime, just forward to her. Look at this one. What do you think? And she's my teacher. Why? That credibility is in that space. Consistency also. The power of consistency. You see, the sum total of our life will be those things that we are consistent at. Not the one we do haphazardly. Today you do it, next tomorrow you do it, next year. Not consistency. And if I don't have consistency in the things I do in the leadership space, she won't be calling me for a subject like this. Consistency. We can just say that, okay, you stay here. Consistency. And there is another, point we need to drive home here. Empathy. Showing empathy. Because when you show empathy, I tell people the difference between sympathy and empathy is that sympathy says, okay, someone hits you so hard and then you are just crying. Your friend came and said, oh, Gloria, you are crying. Let me just sit with you and cry with you. That's sympathy. But what empathy does is that, why empathy is different from sympathy is that empathy comes and says, oh, I know that blow was so hard. I know how you feel. I can just imagine how you're feeling right now. But hey, we're going to have a reprisal attack. We're going to launch back. We're going to have a reprisal attack. Let's go there now. That is empathy. Empathy is care. Not just care, plus action. You are not just caring, but you are acting. Empathy. So it means that in your work as a social entrepreneur, as a Web3, specialist, you don't just, your focus is not just, oh, let me make the money. Now, I know this is serious and there will be a place for financial inclusion, financial, aspect of the training and all that. Your focus is not just, let's just make money, let's just make money. Because a lot of people, money is the driving force. Money is good place, is a good driving force. I tell you the fact. But when we add empathy to it, we begin to see things from a larger perspective, from a bigger spectrum, from something that is larger than life. And that is the way I live my life. She invited me to speak for this function now. I didn't have to ask her how much are you paying me. I don't need to ask how much. I need to do any. I need to task because I know who has invited me. I know what she represents, and I know what she's doing. There's no. I just came, and if there's no empathy, we'll be talking, credit my account first before I come and show up. Hey, what? It's. I'm not saying yes, I talk for free or anything. I mean, people our preparatory classes sessions, one session is, I mean, quite some thousands, and people pay. But you get so build networks and communities. Build network. This is a network you have found yourself, But don't be quick to, because I see that happening a lot now. Don't be quick to building what you have not gained expertise in. Don't be quick to building what you have not gained expertise in. Don't be quick to don't be quick to launch out. You don't launch out, and there are no. You need, when you find yourself in a midst of in a garden, learn all you can. Not even learning with the mind that I'll just pull out and then start my own. Just learn, follow. There's a place of following the leader. When you follow the leader, because I see a lot of people now want to be the leader, they want to command, but they don't want to follow others. So many people now want to issue the command, but even then themselves don't want to follow it. You see, what makes you a stable person, a good person, in my own estimation, is that you can lead and you can also follow. So you hear people like us saying, my mentors, my mentors. We have mentors we listen to. My wife, any day something touches my head, thank God, 6 years married, 7 years this year. Oh, yes, so 7, oh, just like that, 7 this year. Now, wow, it's in fast. So 7 years this year, and she has not had to call any of them. But she asked who she can call in case my head touched. I don't do normal again. She will call and say, Lord, I got this your prodigy. Oh, this is your son. Look at what he's doing here. Look at what he's showing me. Look at what he's doing to my life. It's for safety. And I also have people I can call to order. It's for safety, it's for guidance. All right? And the place of personal branding, which is the last place that I'm going to stop. I'm going to draw the curtain of this conversation. Personal branding. You have to have a brand. Be your own brand. Either you are the one over the leadership, over the influence, or the one under the influence. Have your own personal brand. Have an identity. So when people hear the word brand, what is coming to their mind is, do I trust it? We're talking about integrity and loyalty. Do I trust it? Do I like it? Preference. They are asking, do I remember it? Memory or image. When you write, you use their brand identity. So do I remember it? And then the last word, do I value it? Do I value it? What? So those 4 things are very important. Integrity and reality, preference, memory or image, and then what? And one of the things you need to do to stand out is be distinct. Distinction means, what is your cause? What cause are you really standing for? Even in this Web3 space. Relevance. What value are you bringing to the table? And consistency. How consistent do you want to go on this journey? I hope these people of mine have been able to inspire you, and not to conspire or inspire or inspire you that you're a great leader and you can be all the best you can be in this lovely space. Thank you so much for having me. I'm still on standby for questions. If you have any question or you want to share your light bulb moment with me, please do go ahead. I'm here to take them all. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Emediel.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Femi. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for still staying put to this. That was a very wonderful session. I learned a lot from you, especially about the integrity and the personal branding aspect. Thank you so much. Please don't go yet. Our founder has something very interesting to say. Please, if you have any question, you could unmute yourself and speak, or you type in the chat box. Please, we have about 2 minutes for the question session. Please, we're waiting. Thank you.
Um, Good evening, everyone. Good evening,
Hi,
everyone.
good
Good
evening.
evening,
Good
sir.
evening. There.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry I wasn't here from the beginning. Sorry, but thank you so much for your time, sir. I really appreciate. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy that they got a lot of value this evening. I think I grasped some things you shared this evening, and yeah, one of the highlights of my year 2019 was actually being part of your leadership training. That's August. It's one of the things that's the highlight of that 2019, and it's been amazing since then. It's helped me a lot. I think most persons don't know this fact. I was just telling Kelsey, Image Young, sharing some things with her and all. So thank you so much, sir, for your time this evening, and I really appreciate it. And I know that for those of you that will implement what he said, I'm sure you're going to make a difference at your workplace. Thank you so much, sir. Again, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Okay, Amaka and business mentor, you've raised your hands. Please, you could unmute yourself and speak, please. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, you can speak, please.
GM everyone. GM sir. GM
Awesome.
Madam Victoria. It's
Okay, GM,
actually not a
GM.
question. It's an appreciation. It's an appreciation because what we got here now for free is what people are paying thousands of dollars for. Just that some people don't really understand. That's why they are not actively in this particular training. But I believe with time they'll get to understand. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate it. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much. Thank you. Thank you, business mentor. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, anybody has a question? Okay. While we're waiting for any more comments, Mr. Femi, do you have any last words for us? Any last thing you want to say?
Just go be your best. Be your best. Fly, fly with, fly high. Be your best. Keep learning. Keep learning. Keep learning. We all are learning. Keep learning. Always learn.
All right. Don't also forget personal branding. Like when he said that, I was like, if you go to Mr. Femi's IG page, everything you see is leadership. Once you mention his name, leadership, marriage coach, it's all there. So even as we're in the Web3 space, please do well to take your personal branding serious. You could also reach out to him on IG if you need if you want more clarity. I'm sure you know how to go about this professionally. And you can also reach out to us on Value Corp on all platforms. His name is Femi Tiamiyu on Instagram and I'm sure on all the social media platforms. Thank you for being a mentor to our founder, Mr. Femi. She has really trained us well. I
Thank you
mean,
so
for
much.
most of the team
Thank you,
members at this
guys.
team.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, and so this bootcamp continues till the 6th of June. So we have Mondays are for the non-tech courses, Tuesdays are for Web3 development, Wednesdays is for AI, cybersecurity, and Fridays are for sessions like these, right? The most important thing is when you get the job, you stay with the job and you leave a lasting impression. That's the most important thing,
Mm.
right? So I don't think we have any other questions, and trying to confirm from Mrs. Vicky if she has any other thing to say. But I hope to see you guys in the next session. Please stay tuned to the WhatsApp group where our updates are coming. Stay alert on our all our social media handles, right? ValueCorp Global, where you get updates. Please take this bootcamp very serious. I started my remote work from a bootcamp. A lot of people have. I am sure Ineodu also did. So please take this bootcamp very serious. And let me just confirm if we can end. It's a minute.
Okay. Yes. Thank you everyone for being part of today's class. Thank you again, staff, for your time. I don't take it for granted. I really appreciate it. So your don't forget to check the website for the recorded sessions, and then your assignments as well, and social tasks as well. Immediately would have closed off, but the meeting kicked out. So enjoy the rest
Okay,
of
I'm
your week.
here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, ma. Sorry, everybody. That was network. So, thank you once again for staying on board. Please do well to attend your classes next week. It is very important. Do well to read all the messages there. Thank you, Mr. Femi. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Good night. Have a beautiful weekend and keep pushing. Bye.